Hello everyone. So I'm just going to show you the new DesignBuilder XML export option that we have available in the new model editor and Revit plugin. So I'm going to use the small Revit sample model here just to demonstrate this, but we've tested this with much larger models up at this point. But I think this is a particularly good model to use because it has two conditions that were a little bit tougher to export previously when using gsbXML to get to DesignBuilder. So one of them is that we have this level change down here, right, which traditionally would have resulted in two separate blocks happening for this ground floor of the model here. And the second is right that we have a gabled roof here. And those of you who have models with sloped roofs like this probably know that when importing this into Design Builder previously with GBXML, right, that each and every room would come in as a separate block, which obviously makes it much harder to edit in Design Builder. So let's just go ahead. We're going to go over here. And I mean, in preparation of this model, I'm not going to go through it too much, but it's just like anything that you would do for previous export to Design Builder through GBXML. Just make sure you have solved adjacencies, right? You run the validation for Design Builder. And we have a little checklist here in case you forget, right? To make sure that adjacencies are solved, you can use Alt-E to look at those outdoor boundary conditions, right, and make sure that they make sense, right? Do this all before you've started exporting the model. All right, so going over here, right, so you're just going to select DSB XML, right? This is Design Builder XML as our new option here, and you can see it's beta at the moment. But again, we have tested it a lot, and I think we'll hopefully be able to remove that in a little shortly, I guess, once we've gotten more of your feedback. Right, you have the standard options on exporters, right? You can exclude plenums if you've assigned them to rooms. You can merge, rooms in the same zone or in the same story, just like with any of the other exporters. But a key thing I want you to check here, right, is that we have actually two different versions of Design Builder supported here. And the reason why, I mean, the default is the latest version 2025.1, which I'm using in this video. But I know many of you are using the stable release of 7.3 for Design Builder, and we support that too. The critical reason why we have you choose this option here is because you will find if you're using the latest development version of Design Builder, the DSB XML files you can get are a lot lighter and smaller and much more easily to send if you're or share if you need to do them. And it's also just much quicker, I think, to import and export them. So, I mean, if you have the latest development version of Design Builder, I recommend using that. And again, this is just an indication that the Design Builder team is continuing to develop the DSB XML file format. Right, so you may actually see even versions added in the future of future versions that we might add as they continue to improve it. But the big change you'll notice is just that change in file size between those two versions. So all right, I'm just going to hit run, and then I can save this XML, this DSB XML file to my desktop here. I'll just call it small Revit sample. Maybe just to make sure it's clear it's a DSB, I'll do dsb.xml. And here we go, then I can save that. And you'll notice, right, I get a little, I mean, especially for a model of this size, it's very quick to export. Right, I have this DSB XML file here, and I can now go over to Design Builder here. All right, so this is, the home screen when you open up Design Builder 2025.1. And to import this model, all you have to do is go to File, Import, and Import Model from XML. Right, so this file is a complete representation of the Design Builder um, model in this sense, right? You don't have to initialize a new file or a new building or anything as you would do in previous workflows with GBXML. Right, so you just have to select that small Revit sample, hit open, right, and it will take maybe, up to maybe like a minute or so just to convert the version and import everything from that file. All right, and you can already see, right, the project is loaded in here, right? This is pretty much the exact geometry that we had over in the Pollination Model Editor. And the key thing you'll notice, right, is that we only have two levels now, right, which is exactly what we had over here in the model editor, right? Only two levels. So now, right, these are successfully being translated to just two blocks in the resulting Design Builder file. Right, and you can see this level one. If I go in here, right, this has everything all together, even though there is a floor level change, it is all still a part of one continuous block, right, that you can see here, and all the rooms are coming through as they normally would. I mean, you'll notice even right things like, we have ground boundary conditions are successfully coming through here and on the bottom here, right? Even though this small part of the wall, right? All of this comes through in the exporter, right? You'll see level 2 here, right, with the gabled roof. All of this is now coming together as one block, whereas you would have had a bunch of different blocks for each room previously. All right, so this is something that has also been addressed in the new exporter. And yeah, and maybe I'll just actually go over to visualize here so that you can actually see, right, all of the like the subfaces, all windows, doors, right, and those boundary conditions are coming through, right? Whether it's the ground contact wall, below grade wall, or the floor slab on grade, right? All adjacencies, all of this information is coming through in this model here. All right, so that's basically it. That's what you'll find. It's really should just be a two-step process once you've prepared the model in the model editor. All right, just export and import. But again, we are hoping to embellish this workflow even further going forward, especially adding support for constructions and schedules and things that we're going to be exposing in the model editor in the near future. So if you have any feedback for us, please let us know on the forum. We respond quickly, and we will take your feedback into account. So thanks and happy simulating with Design Builder.